Let me start with the Honourable Lady's final point about young Liam. I'm deeply regretful that she chooses to paint members on my side of the House as uncaring and non-empathetic. And the three wise men would have arrived post-Epiphany due to the blanket 20-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Quite right, Poundland Penny. Fancy using the plight of a child to paint Tories as uncaring and non-empathetic, Lucy Powell. Shameful behaviour. Well, there is our Cruella Doberman, I suppose. But anyway, what am I talking about? Remember this question?
Or 11-year-old Liam Walker, homeless this Christmas. He wrote a letter to Santa saying, "Please, can I have a forever home? I don't want any new toys. I just want all my old toys out of storage. I just want us to be happy again." Is there anything that could shame this government into putting the country first? Then it's surely this little boy.
Mr. Speaker, if he really cared about building homes... No. If he really cared about building homes, when there was an opportunity in this House, Mr. Speaker, in this House, to back our plans to reform defective EU laws, to unlock 100,000 new homes, Mr. Speaker, what did he do? What did he do? He went in front of the cameras and said one thing and came in here and blocked it. Typical shameless opportunism.
Yes, that was from the last PMQs before Christmas, where our Prime Minister went on a unhinged rant. Well, the day after, in the House of Commons, Shadow Leader of the House, Lucy Powell, asked our Poundland Penny this.
Would the leader like to take this opportunity to apologise to 11-year-old Liam Walker for the disdain and tone-deaf response the Prime Minister gave to his plight yesterday? His sneering, angry response made him look small and disregarding to Liam's plight. Liam's family does the right thing, yet through no fault of their own are homeless. Their story is the story of thousands of other families this Christmas. So can she do what the Prime Minister failed to do and show some empathy and humility and apologise for how her government has failed working families facing destitution and homelessness this winter?
Well, before she went on to put Lucy Powell down for using the plight of a 11-year-old boy for political point scoring, and it's definitely something that our Poundland Penny would never do at all. She went on to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and then put Lucy Powell back in a box.
Let me start with the Honourable Lady's final point about young Liam. I'm deeply regretful that she chooses to paint members on my side of the House as uncaring and non-empathetic. That she knows that is not the case. And in fact, I would pay tribute to one of our colleagues, who I think is in the Telegraph this morning, who made heroic efforts to prevent harm being done to a young man who was homeless on London streets.
Absolutely, Poundland Penny. Totally agree. There is not enough positivity and serious politics at play in the world today. Quite right. And to prove a point of how much of a serious politician she really is, she showed it after Lucy Powell had said this.
Can I first put on record our gratitude to Mark Drakeford, a model of public service and public duty.
Yes, after that little tribute for Mark Drakeford from Lucy Powell, our Poundland Penny showed just how much of a serious politician she really is, and she carried on that air of positivity and get the hankies out. It was so very touching and beautiful speech. Take it away, Poundland Penny.
I would put on record my thanks to Mark Drakeford for his service, but I would remind people of Labour's record in Wales. It's a good job, Mr. Speaker, the Nativity didn't take place in Labour-run Wales. Mary and Joseph would have been clobbered for an overnight stay levy. She'd have had poor maternity services. The shepherds would not have been able to take the time off to bear witness due to cuts in the rural affairs budget. And the three wise men would have arrived post-Epiphany due to the blanket 20-mile-an-hour speed limit and the poor condition of the road network. Don't fall for what Labour say. Look at what they do when they are in power. Not all men who wear red and promise free gifts are to be trusted.
What a truly touching tribute by our serious politician, Poundland Penny. just right there. Got all choked up. To be fair, I don't mind a bit of political point scoring, especially when it's done well. I think one of my personal favourites was Stephen Flynn's Margaret Thatcher jibe.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Is the Prime Minister worried that he is projected to be the first Conservative Party leader to lose a general election to a fellow Thatcherite?
Really good. But when you criticise your political opponent for using a situation to bash the party you're in, then play the victim, and then go on a political point-scoring rant after, let's be honest, it's not Lucy Powell's fault that your Prime Minister sounded like a whiny baby when someone used the plight of an 11-year-old boy to bash the government you represent, and then use the fact that Mark Drakeford is stepping down and use a law that is trying to stop children from being killed by speeding cars, that from what I remember, the Tories in Wales were well up for it. Mental, innit? But what do you guys think? Let me know down below and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends. And before I go, thank you for the condolences and well wishes. My wife and my family was really appreciated, so thank you.